Ooh, what is going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. Let's listen to a little bit of Peter, Paul, and Mary. We're going to listen to the song If I Had a Hammer. This is off of their debut album, which was released in 1962. So, Peter, Paul, and Mary, these are a group, these are musicians that I've seen in the comments. I've heard of them all my life. I've heard of them, but as far as I know, I've never listened to them. They may be one of those groups that I've heard like one of their songs in passing or in some other setting, but I've never, as far as I know, consciously heard them. This is one of the tracks that was recommended by you guys in the comments, If I Had a Hammer. So I just figured let's go ahead, dip our toes into them. I don't know really what to expect except that they are folk music. They are an American folk trio. And I guess this album was one of the rare folk albums to reach #1 in the US and stayed that way for a month. So that's kind of cool. I'm excited to hear what they do. Let me go ahead and pull up the song here. And with that being said, If I Had a Hammer, Peter, Paul, and Mary. I think in my youth kind of hearing of them, I always thought that they were like a Christian group of some sort just because of the name. That didn't necessarily have any bearing on whether I listened to them or not. That's what I thought. But apparently not necessarily. So all right, let's go ahead and get into the song, guys.
If I had a hammer, I'd a hammer in the morning, I'd a hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd a hammer out danger, I'd a hammer out a warning, I'd a hammer out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. Ooh, if I had a bell, I'd a ring it in the morning, I'd a ring it in the evening, all over this land. I'd a ring out danger, I'd a ring out a warning, I'd a ring out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. Ooh, if I had a song, I'd sing it in the morning, I'd sing it in the evening, all over this land. I'd sing out danger, I'd sing out warning, I'd sing out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. Ooh, well, I got a hammer and I got a bell and I got a song to sing all over this land. It's a hammer of justice, it's a bell of freedom, it's a song about love between the brothers and the sisters, all over this land. It's a hammer of justice, it's a bell of freedom, it's a song about love between the brothers and the sisters, all over this land.
That went very quick. That went kind of too quick, to be honest. The ice cream hasn't even melted in my mouth. So one thing is really their singing is absolute perfection. You gotta admit those harmonies, the way they're coming together, there's nothing cracked about that. They are absolutely on the tip of their iceberg. They are sheer perfection. They are cold. Now I'm gonna have to look into the lyrics a little bit, but I do like how, at least from what I can tell, they're basically saying if you have the ability to do something, then use it. Because they talk about like if you have a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, I'd hammer out the danger, out a warning. If I had a bell, I'd ring it, etc., etc. And then the last verse, they say, "Oh, I do have a hammer. I do have a song to sing. I do have a bell to ring, etc., etc." So I like how they're basically calling to action. For what, I'll have to look into, but they are calling out in action when you have the ability to perhaps help someone, perhaps assist and aid people who may be in a way, at a lower point in their life than you are. Guitar is played really nice as well. It's a very melodic and harmonious track. There's not too much going on musically, but I do like what I heard. It's very pleasurable. It's not like a track I would listen to I don't think, on my own. I don't know why. Besides the lyrics, the music doesn't quite touch me. It doesn't hit an emotion level. The lyrics do, but the music is just nice. It doesn't quite cut deeper beneath the skin on this one. But it's not bad, though. It's not bad. Let's talk about these lyrics, though. It's not too much to go over here. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the evening. All over this land, I'd hammer out danger. I'd hammer out a warning. I'd hammer out love between my brothers and sisters. And then they go on to, if I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning. I'd ring it in the evening. So when I read that, the actual items that they're talking about, a hammer is something that you do something with. It's a tool. It's something you use. So if you have it, use it. A bell, I'd ring it in the morning. I'd ring it in the evening. All those this land. I'd ring out danger, kind of like a warning, a signal to people. But same thing. It's an action. If it's just sitting there, it's not doing anything. A hammer sitting there isn't doing anything. A bell sitting there isn't going to ring. You got to pick it up. If I had a song, I'd sing it in the morning. In the evening, repeating the lyrics once again. Same thing. If a song is in your head, it's not going to help anyone else if you don't sing it, if you don't perform it. And then the last verse, like I said, well, I got a hammer. I got a bell. I have a song to sing all over this land. It's the hammer of justice. It's the bell of freedom. It's a song about love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. So I just think that this is just a general kind of like peace song. Use what you got to, like I said before, kind of assist each other and help one another, which I think is a song and a meaning and a message that we all need for all time, to be honest. Let's see. It says that this track was originally written by Pete Seeger, and it is a protest song that was written originally in 1949 in support of the progressive movement. So yeah, just reading a little bit of the history about it, it says that when Seeger and Hayes wrote the song, it was more in support of, like I said, the progressive movement, which was focused on labor rights and other things. But then when Peter, Paul, and Mary recorded it in 1962, the meaning had kind of changed to the civil rights movement. So I like that, how you can take folk music and, messages from different eras and how, like I said, the message still prevails and is kind of eternal. And the lyrics were changed, some of them, about love between my brothers and my sisters. The final verse was changed a little bit. So I think that's really cool, how you can kind of take something established, changing a little bit, fine tune it to mean something to a whole new generation and to a whole new era of people. So let me know what you guys thought of the track. You can let me know in the comments below. You can follow me on Twitter. You can subscribe. You can like the video. You can do all these things. But hope that you enjoyed the music. Hope you enjoyed your time here. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.